We are pain, that's all. We are God.
Hey guys! A new time travel fic. This is what if Naruto was stuck in a time loop. They've been there. They've done that. And they didn't even get a shirt to prove it. Reload, because sometimes things are just as they seem to be, and at times they are even more. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and check the author in the description. Let's start. Chapter 1. Innuendo. Normal day for Team 7. If something like that existed. Normal. Sakura arrived first. As always. Hoping against hope that Sasuke-kun will be a little earlier so she could have a few glorious moments with him. Just the two of them. No perverted teachers, no loud morons. Bliss. Not to be, of course. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke arrived from the different points. In a different way, Sasuke's, of course, was cool. Yet it was, like always, as if they coordinated or something. At the same time. At the same moment. Dobe! Muttered Sasuke, walking in a purposeful, calm gait. Inner Sakura squealed as the wind blew through his hair. Bastard! Returned Naruto cordially, walking into the clearing with his natural, moronic energy. Cordial greetings between the good teammates of Team 7. Sakura sighed only to blink. Ha! She frowned, tapping her fingers on the tree for a second. Something was wrong with that picture. Very wrong. As if, where is Sasuke-kun's sexy HNN? Or even that shrill, Sakura-chan, from the idiot? None. Silence. Instead of goading Sasuke, Naruto sat by the nearby tree and pulled out. Sakura blinked. A notepad? Sasuke, on the other hand, instead of his usual brooding and condescending look, one that Sakura knew very well, simply leaned on the side of the same tree Naruto was sitting by. He was looking bored. Not condescending, aloof or calm, just bored. No. Not bored but... She blinked owlishly, taking in the lazy posture, half-lidded black eyes gazing forward, yet unseeing. Sasuke-kun is he, relaxed? Inner Sakura boggled. Outer Sakura followed. Naruto pulled out a pencil. Bit it. Stared at the notepad, a fresh one, from what Sakura could see, with intensity that he usually reserved for her or for the possibility of learning jutsu. Not a word spoken. Then Naruto started to scrawl. Not furiously. Not quickly, but... It seemed almost fluid. He looked almost serious when he wrote whatever he was writing. For a long moment, there was only silence, interrupted by the scratching of the pencil on the paper. Sasuke, his eyes still half-lidded, looked down and to the side. He raised an eyebrow. HNN. Naruto stopped writing. Left. Sasuke's eyebrow rose slowly. No. Naruto sighed. Yes. No. Not with that. I still say left. Because you're fucking stubborn. I'm telling you it goes up. Sasuke scoffed. Left. When the spiral arcs it, he started, only to be interrupted by the mildly irritated Naruto. No, it has. Yes. It goes. Sasuke moved his hand. But in this case. No. In this case it should be. Blue? Naruto blinked. Oh hell no. I'm telling you. Facts are facts. Muttered Sasuke. Stubborn. Red is only. No it isn't. Naruto tapped his notepad with a mild scowl. If you can only see dash. I can. Sasuke nodded. But I'm telling you. Left. Listen, just because it went once in. Sasuke frowned. Not just once. He grumbled. NUKN. Naruto rolled his eyes, pointing at something on the paper. Yes. But see. It is like. Ah. Sasuke blinded. Now that's different. Think I can. No, why not? Snapped the Uchiha. Is it because? No. No. Eno. Naruto growled. What part of Eno can't you understand, you effeminate prick? But it worked. Protested Sasuke. You saw that it. Not like that. Snapped the blonde. See, it is all about. Bullshit. Sasuke said bluntly. Just because you use. Not me. It happens every damn. But what if? Not even then. Naruto sighed. Why can't you just? Sasuke growled, grabbing a stick, using a patch of sand to scribble something furiously on it. Naruto's eyebrows shot up. See? Sasuke said triumphantly. If you only diffuse. You get a boom. A big one. Naruto said flatly. No. You're not looking at it correctly. Sasuke pointed at something in the center. See? Naruto blinked owlishly. This stuff actually works. He said dubiously. Sasuke nodded. As in tested? Naruto looked at the Uchiha dubiously. Well, theoretically. Sasuke mumbled, looking away. Oh hell no. Naruto snapped his notepad shut. It will be like. No. Not this time. If only. Well, yes, but Naruto hesitated. See? I told you. You just need to. Well, yeah, but what if? Not happening. Sasuke snapped, clearly irritated. It just needs. Oh, and here we go again. Naruto rolled his eyes. Another dash. Once. Sasuke seethed, clearly pissed. Just once. You had. Just because I work, bastard. Naruto scowled. I still say. It can be done. It just needs. You don't have. But I can. Sasuke waved his hand vaguely. Dude. Naruto said skeptically. It is like putting jello in ramen. It won't. Sure it will. Sasuke scoffed. It is S. Yeah. Sure it is. Naruto smiled sardonically. Just like. Sasuke scowled. Don't start with that again dash. You and your fucking toys. Naruto grimaced. Sasuke pointed at Naruto's face. No. Dissing. The sword. He said dangerously. Faye. Naruto scoffed. Putting the notepad into his jacket. It is not even yours to begin with. I will reclaim it. Sasuke said primly. Don't you mean steal? Naruto smirked. Hey. Whatever works. Sasuke shrugged philosophically. Not like they can use it. Sure they can. Only. I'm not starting that discussion again. Sasuke huffed. Naruto grimaced. Not a word. Yeah, you and your fucking baby. Naruto grimaced, before frowning. Still, this wouldn't be so. Sasuke blinked. Point. He frowned. Cash, that too. Naruto nodded thoughtfully. Ah. Sasuke tapped his cheek. Do we dash? Yep. Naruto nodded cheerfully. Let's kick back a little. And. Right. Sasuke nodded, leaning on the tree with a sigh and running his hand through the dark bangs. Naruto sighed. Don't do that, bastard. Sasuke blinked. Do what? That thing with your voice, and sigh and, well, you know. Naruto waved his hand vaguely. You are effeminate enough as it is. Sasuke raised an eyebrow, before smirking faintly. Naruto scowled. Not a word. Sasuke sighed forlornly and the air shifted. Leaving a raven-tressed, teenaged beauty in his place. She smiled teasingly, slowly pulling her hand through her bangs daintily. Naruto blinked. You know, he said looking at the oiroped Sasuke thoughtfully. I don't know if to be amazed or scared how little is needed to make you into a sexy girl. Sasuke-chan smirked. I know. She nodded sagely. I'm just too sexy either way. Sakura stared. Naruto and Sasuke blinked at the odd noise, turning to the stupefied Sakura. What's with her? Naruto muttered curiously. Sasuke-chan shrugged, her breasts moving under the now skimpy shirt. Sakura fainted. Ha! Naruto scratched his head. Imagine that. Only 5 minutes. Score! Sasuke blinked, looking down at her breasts. You know, this can be a good knockout jutsu if, she mumbled, a thoughtful look in her eyes. I already made one. Naruto rolled his eyes. Sasuke scowled. Rain on my parade, why won't you? I can always. I'll make my own. The raven-haired beauty sniffed. Ah, is Whittle Sasuke-chan jealous? Naruto waggled his eyebrows. Stuff it. Sasuke-chan huffed in a particularly feminine way, before jumping on one of the lower branches gracefully. So? Well, we will have to. No. Not now. Ah. Naruto nodded. Why, whatever we do every night, Sasuke-chan. Naruto nodded sagely. Kakashi blinked owlishly. Team 7, despite its rather odd members, was predictable like a clockwork. Appear late. Get yelled at. Get mission, see Sakura KO Naruto. See Sakura fawn over Sasuke. See Naruto being an idiot and Sasuke brooding. The Team 7 patented routine. Only Sakura was out cold. Naruto was sitting and scowling at some sort of a notepad and Kakashi blinked. Naruto, where is Sasuke? Naruto didn't look up from his notepad, instead just pointing upwards at the tree. Kakashi had noticed the quite cute teenaged bombshell before, but he thought she was just one of Sasuke's fangirls. Now said bombshell was sitting on the tree, stretched like a large cat and playing with, of all things, a yo-yo. Yo! Bastard! What? The girl mumbled distractedly, making a particularly complicated trick with the red toy. She finished it, looking down and noticing Kakashi. Oh. You. She frowned, tapping her cheek, before pointing at him. You're late. The raven-haired girl deadpanned. It was when the yo-yo stopped moving that Kakashi noticed the familiar fan on it. Sasuke? He muttered with disbelief. Why are you so? Sasuke blinked, before looking down at her bust. Oh. Right. A small wisp of smoke and a second later the tree had a shorter, younger and most decidedly non-female Uchiha on it. Kakashi blinked owlishly. I have a feeling it is going to be just one of those days. No. This is a sound idea, we will have. You will have. No. Naruto snapped. Forget about it. But, Sasuke protested. I am not going on a date with you and my oiroke, bastard. Naruto growled. Not even as a fangirl deterrent. Some friend you are. Sasuke muttered petulantly. Go and ask Sakura or something. Naruto waved his hand. Or Ino. They'd be happy to help. Sasuke threw Naruto a withering look. Naruto blinked. Oh. Right. He muttered sheepishly. Sorry. Sasuke grunted, snagging something from the left. There you are. The Uchiha muttered, holding the cat. Naruto's grin turned from sheepish to murderous, as the blonde reached for his kunai. Sasuke frowned. You can't stab the cat, Naruto. Sure I can. Naruto said with a demented chuckle. Watch me. You can't stab the damn cat. Don't care. The blonde took a step closer to the scared animal. This fucker gave me so much grief over. No. Stabbing. The cat. Sasuke scowled, looking at the furball. Not this time around anyway. Naruto blinked. Sasuke pulled an explosive note. Sasuke, there are moments that you are awesome. Naruto said seriously. Small ones, few and far in between, but they happen. This is one of them. Sasuke smirked, before frowning. What the hell do you mean small and few and far in between? Kakashi glared at his subordinates. Or one, to be exact. Naruto. He snapped. The blonde tried not to snicker at Kakashi's somewhat burned, fatigued appearance. The mask was, oddly, about the only semi-intact thing on the jounin. Kakashi's eyes narrowed. He knew the boy was notorious troublemaker and prankster. He had read the files, he listened to the outraged citizens. But he had never realized just how much of a troublemaker Naruto could be with his pranks. To be honest, the blonde calmed down a lot after becoming part of Team 7. Now it seemed this calm was just a calm before the storm. What possessed him to tie the explosive tag to the tail of the admittedly annoying animal, he had no idea. But if he hadn't spotted it in time, is nearly blowing your teacher up so amusing? He asked dangerously. Sure, he was fast. Sure, he was a jounin. He even saved the cat. And ended up eating the fringe of the explosion with his clothes and vest. Well, is it? He growled, looming over Naruto. The clothes were the minor issue, but if not for the fact that his pockets were semi-armored. His Ika nearly got burnt. Nearly blown up. This was something Kakashi would not let slide. You had nearly blown up a target of the mission. A daimyo's wife cat, and nearly ended blowing up me. His eye narrowed. Hey, it's not like you were the target. Naruto shrugged. This was the target of your mission, Naruto. Kakashi said dangerously. D-rank or not, I should fail you right now. He scowled under the mask. The blonde was just not getting it. Obviously he had been far too lenient on the brat. Well, it was time for a lesson. Because of the unprofessional conduct, I'm considering the mission a failure. You will be given an official demerit and are, as a whole, suspended. He said coldly. Naruto frowned thoughtfully. Hey, bastard. He turned to Sasuke. How long does an official suspension with the demerit last? Sasuke scratched his chin. 2 weeks. He nodded. Yes. Something about that. He blinked. Hey. Suspension. Yep. Naruto nodded cheerfully. Free time. Legally, to boot. He grinned. As I said, there are moments when you're just awesome. Well, I am a genius, you know. Sasuke shrugged. Sure. Keep telling yourself that. The Jinchuriki rolled his eyes. Come on, let's get a drink, genius. First round's on me. Kakashi blinked owlishly. This was not how it was supposed to work. Naruto should be indignant and screaming, Sasuke angry and Sakura pissed at the blonde. Screaming, sulking, lesson learned and the Jounin blinked again. And the two boys were walking away bickering about drinks while Sakura just stood by with the strangest expression on her face that didn't know if to settle on disbelief, surprise, or just plain confusion, which was about the expression she had from the time she woke up. This is an outrage. Calm down, moron. Sasuke muttered, hefting the large bag on his shoulder. I mean, this is an outrage. Naruto seethed, walking beside Sasuke, his own bag on the shoulder. I want to get wasted, goddammit. You will. Jeez. Sasuke rolled his eyes. And stop jumping, goddammit. Or you'll break the bottles. Shut up. I wanted to get wasted. To play darts, and some pool and get shit-faced and end up in some fine cleavage. He glared at Sasuke. And no crack about the last one. Hey! Sasuke scowled. Are you saying that I'm? Naruto growled. Not. Word. He snapped. You wouldn't know a good pair if they KO'd you. Sasuke sniffed haughtily. Naruto glared at his friend. There are moments that you seriously freak me out, Sasuke. He said flatly. Anyway, this is an outrage. Naruto kicked a pebble. Fuck. We're going to get wasted either way. Sasuke rolled his eyes. And don't whine. We can use the props for dart throwing or whatever, but you don't have the pool table. Naruto whined. This is so unfair. He sulked. Who in their right mind keeps the bar closed at this hour? Naruto. It is 10 o'clock. In the morning. Sasuke said flatly. So? The Uchiha sighed. Just don't break the bottles, dobe, as if I'd waste good booze. Naruto muttered. Well, you. Shut up. Naruto glared. That was an accident happening 58 times. In a row. Yeah. Sasuke smirked. Some accident. It was in the name of science, bastard. Naruto grumbled. Not like you would understand. There is science, and there is wasting good booze. The Uchiha said with a shrug. I still say it's unfair. Naruto sulked. Fuck. I'll buy you that goddamn pool table. Sasuke snapped. Just shut up, will you? Which still leaves me with no one to play with. Naruto muttered. 'Cause you can't play worth shit, even with that Sharingan of yours. You'd think that prediction ability would help you, but no, Temari can't play worth shit either. Pointed out Sasuke. And somehow you didn't have too much trouble with that. That's 'cause she leans over a lot when she plays. Naruto grinned. Sasuke stopped. You know, suddenly pool has just become so much more interesting. He muttered thoughtfully. I told you. The game of champions, man. Naruto smirked. Sasuke blinked. That's poker. He pointed out. Nah. Pool's better. Naruto shook his head. I win 2-shot poker. No challenge that way, point. The Uchiha winced. Naruto's luck at cards wasn't just weird. It was unnatural. He frowned thoughtfully. Wait. If you win every time, what about the strip? Naruto hummed, grinning like a loon. Son of a bitch. Sasuke scowled. You're taking me to the next one. Home sweet home. Sasuke breathed, allowing the load to gently slide off his shoulder. Yep. Naruto nodded. Dibs on the couch. The raven-haired boy gave his friend a sideways glance. Never could understand why you like that piece of shit. It is uncomfortable as hell. He muttered, reaching into the bag and rummaging through it. Good memories, bastard. Very good memories. Naruto smirked, only to scowl as he saw Sasuke popping a white cigarette into his mouth and lighting it with a one-seal katan. Oh fuck no. Naruto glared. You're not smoking that shit again. When the fuck did you manage to buy it anyway? On the way. Sasuke shrugged, taking a long drag and letting loose a minty smoke. Ah. Now that's better. I hate that shit. Naruto grimaced. Menthol cigarettes, Kami, can't you smoke like a normal person, you bastard? What kind of a man smokes menthol cigs? I do. Sasuke said flatly before shifting. That better, Dobe-kun. She said sweetly. Naruto palmed his face. I regret the day I taught you the oiroke. He muttered. I don't. Sasuke-chan said gleefully, sashaying into the kitchen with the bags of booze and snacks. Get your room and hurry up. I'll freeze the booze. Okay. Naruto took his bag, holding the few meager possessions. And Naruto? The blonde turned to see Sasuke-chan's face in a cute, quasi-homicidal version of Sasuke's normal pissed-off look, the menthol cigarette hanging from her lips. You paint my walls orange again and I'll fucking kill you. She growled, before smiling cutely. So don't, pretty please with a cherry on top. Cleaning up your blood would be so messy. The raven-tressed Neo-girl batted her eyelashes. Naruto shuddered. He could use his oiroke form shamelessly and to great effect, but Sasuke took to it all too well for his peace of mind. Cut the cutesy act, would you? The blonde said with a grimace. I'm even more freaked out than usual when you do that. Hey, I'm the best at what I do, whatever I do. Sasuke-chan shrugged philosophically. Genius obliges. Yeah, right. Naruto muttered, walking to his room. He had spent so much time in this place he could navigate it in his sleep, wounded and piss-drunk without fail. He knew that well. He did so more than once. Oh damn, but I needed that. Naruto wiped his lips after chugging the whole bottle of beer at once. He reached for another, sitting on the windowsill lazily. Not half bad. Sasuke, back to his original form, muttered appreciatively, chugging his own beer. I like the ones from grass better, though. Ah. We can look for it later. Naruto shrugged. We got time. Naruto, we got nothing but time. Sasuke smirked. Well, we got. The blonde pointed at Sasuke with his bottle, before he was cut off. You know what I mean. The Uchiha swirled his beer lazily, both of the boys sitting in the companionable silence. Which one is it, anyway? Naruto blinked. You weren't keeping count? Sasuke looked at the blonde. Me? I though you did. Fuck no. Naruto snapped. You are the one with the eidetic memory and shit. When I turned the Sharingan on, you moron. Sasuke rolled his eyes. And only to what I can see. It's not exactly that and you know it. Aw damn. Naruto sulked. There goes the anniversary idea. Ah. We're partying anyway. Sasuke shrugged. So, what have you been working on for that time? Remember that Rashomon thingy? Naruto leaned on the windowsill. The defensive gate summoning from the snake freak? Sasuke nodded. Sure, I've been working on a stable half-phase summoning like that, only larger and semi-permanent, without the reserve drain. Sasuke frowned. But as long as the summon stays. Ah, yeah. But. Naruto raised a finger pointedly. That why it is half-phase. Waste not, want not kind of a deal. And it would be made first, then the ready elements would be put together in the seal, not sealed whole. It would allow me to summon this thing like Orochimaru does Rashomon, but without the constant drain. Just a stable array, seal and it lights up. Elements, not the whole thing. Naruto frowned. Oddly enough, it takes less chakra to summon several medium objects, than one big. Ha! Sasuke scratched his chin. Imagine that. But it is still an inanimate summoning. It requires chakra to stay even more so than a living summon does. And here is the genius of simplicity, Sasuke. Naruto grinned. Reshumen is a defensive/offensive summon. How the fuck can you use a giant defensive gate offensively? Sasuke asked with a frown. By summoning it on your stupid ass, for one. Naruto said flatly. Now, before you interrupted me, Reshumen is made to fight to resist. Mine won't. Then it will fall apart with a bit of chakra thrown at it. Or physical damage. Sasuke shrugged. Pointless. No. Not when you can set it to accept chakra. Naruto grinned. You mean it'd drain chakra? Sasuke asked curiously. Drain, no. Naruto frowned thoughtfully. More like, take it. You know, how you need to either power the summon or give it enough chakra to stay around. Sasuke nodded. Then imagine it reacts not only to summoner's chakra, but to other sources. Can't set it to simply drain, though not possible. Accepting non-summoner chakra. Hard. Very, very hard. Sasuke tapped his fingers on the table. Yeah. Why I can't do it? Naruto grimaced. I'd need a locus. Something with really fucked up chakra absorption ability up the wazoo, and even then I doubt it'd work. Still, if it did. Hell. It'd be Reshumen times 3. Or better. Roughly 5 times stronger. Maybe a little more. Naruto shrugged. So far it's just a theory. I'm not making it as a defense anyway. It was just a distraction during the construction process anyway. If not for defense, then what? Oh, don't get me wrong. It is a defense. At its worst, without frills or bells I can, theoretically, put into it, it should be stronger than the Reshumen by around half. I did use something more solid than simply gates. Sasuke's eyes widened. Don't tell me. He said slowly. Naruto nodded, grinning like a loon. You're summoning a castle? Sasuke said with disbelief. Naruto, you're insane. Not a castle. Naruto corrected. A manor, at best. 2-3 times bigger than the Reshumen. Maybe. Little less, probably. But yeah. That's the general idea. Is summoning something so big even possible? The dark-haired D-boy said skeptically. I mean, chakra aside, this thing would be huge. Not as much as you'd think. The Jinchuriki shook his head. It will be about, well, saw Jiraiya's summon, Gamabunta. Yeah, the size would be nearly the same. Comparable, anyway. Ah. Sasuke frowned. Can this actually be done? So far I managed to create a wall summoning, and something I call, bunker summoning. Naruto took a sip from his beer. I'll be progressing with size and complexity until I get where I want to. Theoretically. With enough chakra and a solid array, it can be done. Summoning this will be a bitch, though. Sasuke grimaced. I can't get your obsession with summons. Sure, they are nice and all, but, it's because you lack imagination, bastard. Naruto chuckled. Remind me to recreate the Saizen sometime and then you'll see what I mean. Whatever. Sasuke muttered, draining his beer and reaching into his bag for another one, only to blink. You've bought chocolate? The true blue coral country nugget? He asked with reverence, withdrawing the large packet. Blew all my savings on that. Enjoy. Sasuke shifted into Sasuke-chan immediately, hugging the chocolate, tears in her eyes. Come to mommy. She cooed, opening the packet and gazing at the large quantities of chocolate within, her grin almost disturbingly hungry. Within second, abandoning all pretense of dignity, Uchiha Sasuke, currently female, made like a herd of piranha with almost sublime glee. Chocolate stood no chance against her determined, frenzied assault. Naruto chuckled, chugging his beer. Temari. Hot. Agreed Sasuke. But a little severe. Severe? Naruto looked at Sasuke with indignation. Dude, she's only cold and severe on the surface. She's hotter than the Suna Desert when you get her going. Faye. Pass. Sasuke shrugged. Kurenai. Now that is a first-class beauty, sure. But she's dating Asuma. Naruto shrugged. Meh. Sasuke took a sip of his beer. Now that is a waste. She can do better. Like you. Naruto grinned. I wouldn't say no. Said Sasuke sagely. Like you didn't try. Naruto chuckled. I remember those repeats, man, were you sulking? Ah, fucku. Sasuke threw a cap at Naruto. Like you were all Casanova. How many tries did it take for Sakura to even agree on a measly date again? Naruto grimaced. Please don't remind me. He muttered. Jeez. And it ended with losing virginity to Anko, of all women. He perked up. But that was fucking awesome. Meh. She's hot but... Sasuke tapped his temple. She's got issues. Yeah, because we're all that sane. Naruto snorted. We were poster children for mental fuck-up even before this shit, bastard. I dare you to try to say otherwise. Sasuke shrugged. So eloquent. Naruto deadpanned. I have no need to prattle endlessly. No, you'd rather commit the fucking sin of karaoke instead. The blonde muttered with disgust. Apropos karaoke. Sasuke frowned thoughtfully. When does that bar open? Sometime around 1800 foot-ish. 5 hours, then. Sasuke frowned thoughtfully. Up to helping me with the Sharingan? Do it yourself, lazy bastard. Naruto reached for another beer. This is my kickback time. I won't work unless I absolutely have to. He scratched his chin. Speaking of work, I need to go to that nearby casino and call the roulette or something. Well, we can make an evening out of it. He grinned. The setup? Hell, why not? Naruto shrugged. Just don't overdo it. Wuss. Sasuke smirked, before scowling as he shifted female. I know that scowl. Naruto backed a step. I have absolutely nothing to wear, Naruto. Sasuke-chan exclaimed. Oh fucking oh, I ain't taking you shopping, you bastard. The blonde said angrily. You power shop worse than any woman I know. And I hate shopping for clothes for me. No way. Speaking of that, you need some clothes that are not like that. She sniffed with disgust. Come on. Hell no, you freak. Get away from me. Oh. This one is just so cool. Sasuke-chan's eyes sparked at the tight black number. Don't you think it fits me perfectly? Oh, please kill me now. Naruto groaned. Sasuke-chan frowned. Wuss. She sniffed. Don't worry, dear. Boyfriends are like that. The older woman, the saleslady, patted her on the shoulder. Naruto stared at her with utter horror. Oh hell no. He muttered, shuddering. No, no, no. One more word and I'll stab you. Sasuke-kun said sweetly, twirling a kunai. Stab away. Naruto said flatly. Faye. Sasuke-chan sniffed. You're just jealous. Yeah. Jealous. Sure. Naruto rolled his eyes. Why am I friends with you again? For the same reason I'm with you. We didn't have any fucking choice. She said with a smirk. Shiini. Naruto muttered, staring at the assortment of kunai, daggers, darts, kamas, swords and other tools of the fine art of murder. Yeah. Sasuke nodded, again male. This is as close to heaven as it gets. He said reverently. Hey. Look. Naruto picked up a long kunai, only more slender, with a longer blade. Tsunadai kunai. Mia's stuff. Balance. Naruto frowned, as he noticed a kusarigama. Or rather what looked to be a kusarigama. When he walked up, he noticed that it was a long chain that was, at once time, maybe thought as kusarigama, but now didn't look like much of anything. It looked as if somebody had tried to make a kusarigama, then decided to switch to a chain whip, and then to something that didn't look like anything Naruto had ever seen. And he had seen a lot. Now this is kinda cool. The blonde muttered curiously. What is that supposed to be, I wonder? Not for sale. Naruto and Sasuke blinked, to see a brown-haired girl in a simple silk shirt walking to the register as she wiped her hands off some black substance. Yo, 10-10. Naruto waved. A groovy chain you got here. Sasuke nodded to her. 10-10 blinked. Do I know you? Yep. Though you probably don't want to. Or wouldn't. Or didn't. Naruto frowned, looking at Sasuke. What's the correct grammar form for that? Do I look like a linguist? Uchiha shrugged. No freaking idea. Damn, but you're useless. The blonde muttered, shaking his head before he turned back to Tenten. Anyway, I've been wondering about that chain there. I've been here a lot of times and didn't see it before. What's the deal with that thing? It looks damn interesting, whatever it is. Tenten looked at the duo. The Uchiha she recognized, he came around for kunai sometimes. But the blonde she had no idea about, and she had good memory for faces. That is not for sale. She insisted. I don't know how that got here, but if you want a kozurigama, I want to know what it is. Naruto pointed at a chain. Come on, Tenten. He whined, his blue eyes large and moist. Please 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 please. Tenten blinked, taking a step back. The blonde suddenly looked so adorable that she had the strongest urge to rub his neck and see if he purred. Where had that come from? But it's not for. Please. He grabbed her hand into both his. Please, Tenten. Can't you tell me? He asked warmly. I'm not asking for that much, now am I? Ah, well. Tenten said, confused, feeling a brief string of warmth on her cheeks. Sure, it was corny, it was stupid, but he looked so damn sincere. It is just a try at a chakra weapon. She sighed sadly. A failed one. Failed? Naruto asked curiously. Oh, I wouldn't say so. More like incomplete. Tenten raised an eyebrow. And how would you know? She said skeptically. I know such things. He said with a chuckle. He knows because he's a mad scientist wannabe who blew up more attempts at chakra weapons than a whole research division. Sasuke said lazily from his kunai watching on the side. Quiet, Philistin. Naruto snapped. Those were legitimate scientific experiments. Yeah. Right. Sasuke waved his hand dismissively. You just like to blow shit up. As if a pyro like you have any right to say that. Faye. I'm an Uchiha. Fire is in my blood. Sasuke scoffed. Want me to test that? Naruto raised an eyebrow. Sasuke froze for a second, before backing away a step. I am not getting involved in your fire experiments. Last time cost me my hair, my shirt and my home. Wuss. Naruto smirked. If anybody will torch the Uchiha sector, it will be me, get it? Sasuke glared at Naruto. Ah, sorry. Just a little scientific discussion. Naruto smiled charmingly at Tenten. So, mind selling me that? Tenten blinked olishly. Excuse me, I want to buy it. I'm interested in it, but it's good for nothing. It is too heavy for normal a weapon and it doesn't even channel chakra like it should. Tenten said skeptically. I have several good kusari. I want this one, but what for? She asked with astonishment. It is useless. There is nothing that is really useless. Naruto grinned. Only things that you didn't find use for yet. So, how about it? It is going to be expensive. Tenten muttered reluctantly. The materials alone cost a pretty penny. It is all chakra conductive steel. Don't care. Naruto grinned. Sure. You don't need to. Sasuke glared. And I should shell out cash for that thing, why? You so don't want to go there, bastard. Naruto smiled pleasantly. Sasuke grimaced, turning back to the kunai. Whatever. He muttered. So, would you sell it to me? Naruto turned his bright, warm and sunny smile on Tenten. Well, if you want to pay for a useless thing. Tenten nodded slowly. Just one thing, though. Yes? Mind letting go of my hands? Why did you want to buy it anyway? Sasuke muttered, peering at the chain in Naruto's hands, curiously. Why do you have your yo-yo? Ah! Sasuke halted his spinning of the red, Uchiha crest marked toy. What happened to not working, though? It ain't work. It's fun. Naruto grinned, tapping the long chain in the pack. Sasuke shrugged, before halting for a second. Naruto sighed. The dangerous predator, the most dangerous of beasts, is about to utter its terrifying cry before it attacks. The blonde intoned solemnly. This terrifying, merciless beast's name is Sasuke Kuuin, the fangirl. Sasuke's eyebrow twitched and his red yo-yo turned into a crimson blur, cutting the joyful shrill in half as the chakra-enhanced string tied around its target. Losing her balance, Ino yelped, the ground closing in fast, until a hand caught her an inch from hitting the dusty path with her face. Sasuke snorted, snapping his beloved yo-yo back. Get a life, you fucking underdeveloped little pest. Sasuke scoffed, turning away. Hey, bastard. Naruto sighed, letting the shell-shocked Ino go. She ain't that underdeveloped, you know. He raised an eyebrow. For her age, she ain't all that bad at all. Shrill, cutesy, weak, pest of a hanger-on. The Uchiha said flatly. Fail, that might be just a phase. Naruto shrugged. Besides, for her age she's quite cute and she's gonna be really hot when she's older. Well, she isn't now. Pointed out Sasuke as they walked away. The blonde sighed. You can't just do that to women, you know. He chided. To women, no. To immature little pests? Sure I can. Sasuke said flatly. Just watch me. Ino sat on the ground, her eyes wide, mouth hanging open. Sasuke, Kuin. She muttered with confusion, huh, I look like an idiot. Naruto muttered, tugging at his new jacket. Shut up, you. Sasuke-chan circled him, before nodding. You look fine. Naruto glared at his black jacket and loose silk pants. Emo colors only. He grimaced. Couldn't you get me something in red, bastard? Black is the universal color, you moron. Sasuke-chan rolled her eyes. Besides, we had black on when we infiltrated that, whatever it was. You didn't complain then. But that was necessary for the mission. He tugged at the silk jacket again. This is kinda. Oh, shut the fuck up and do what you have agreed to without whining for once. She muttered, rolling her eyes. Agreed to. He protested. You tricked me, that's because you're a moron. She summed up. Now, shut up and pay the nice lady. Yeah, so. Clothes, some shuriken, booze, snacks, scrolls, booze, beef, booze, paint, rope, chain, dice, cards in 2 decks, herbs, cigarettes, chemicals, and some booze. Sasuke counted out. Seems like it's all here. Well, brushes, vials and stuff also wouldn't be bad, but we can use yours. Naruto nodded. I'd say we're all set. Time. Around 7. Naruto perked up. Bars open. He said joyfully. Onwards, Sasuke. He turned to the exit. Sasuke snagged him by the orange collar. And where do you think you're going in that? He asked, lighting a cigarette. Fuck. Naruto slumped. You won't let me weasel out, will you? Promise is a promise, mister, I don't go back on my word. Sasuke breathed out a cloud of menthol smoke. Get the fuck dressed, dead last. Fuck you, bastard. Naruto grumbled. It was a very odd thing to them both on some level, because, while they stopped thinking in the terms of their own age a long time ago, the others still did. But they didn't care much about that. Still, the screwed-up oiroke of Naruto's, while not exactly working right for Sasuke, save his male/female thing, left some lasting effects, if only mental ones. Like the fact that Naruto sometimes had found it hard from growing up a little when he didn't pay attention. Or rather paid attention too much. Sasuke was, at times, pissed that Naruto had that option while he had to cheat with genjutsu and assorted techniques, but if he worried about that, he'd go crazy. Ah, the Indigo. Pool until dawn, non-water drinks, lonely kunoichi hotties, lower prices for ninja and the best roast with onions this side of the fire country. Naruto said happily. The home away from home. Sasuke nodded, following his friend, halting as a bouncer stopped the blonde, only to retract the hand as he saw the Hitai 8. No fights that can damage the interior. You start it. We chuck you out. You get attacked. You finish it fast, or you call the bouncers. If you can't finish it without damages, you get fined half the cost. And? He looked at them dubiously. You look kind of young, but if a lady says she ain't interested, then she ain't. If she is, and you've got nowhere to go, ask Makoto for a room in the hotel next door. Also, the gal in fishnet and coat is not to be bothered unless she comes over or invites you. Naruto rolled his eyes, following on the well-memorized speech the boss won't pay for your hospital treatment if she cuts you up. Behave and you're welcome to come by any time. Don't behave and you're out for good. He looked at the surprised bouncer. That about it? The man nodded. Have fun. Just don't mix drinks the first time around. He smirked. You won't like it when I'll have to get you out for vomiting. Sasuke snorted while Naruto simply nodded. The two young shinobi walked inside, Naruto hands in his pockets, Sasuke lighting up another menthol cigarette. The wall of smoke, smell of alcohol, faint whiff of perfume and other assorted bar smells hit them like a wave. Neither Sasuke nor Naruto paused for even a second, instead throwing a quick glance over the patrons as they walked to the barmaid. What'll it be, kiddo? Makoto was taller than most men, short-haired and had a rough voice from the old injury, but she was quite nice and friendly. Well, as long as you didn't demolish her bar. As Mato Guy's ex-teammate and fellow taijutsu freak, she was not to be underestimated. Every regular knew that pissing her off was a bad idea. Jyo for me, Jinjushu for him. Naruto sat on the bar stool. Any tables free tonight, boss? Makoto raised an eyebrow at the ease that both boys showed in the bar. She got her share of freshly minted genin who wanted to try a drink or two and show off their status as adults. It usually ended up sadly, with genin either drinking him or herself into stupor with a glass or two or starting something with a chunin or even a jounin and getting their sorry ass beat. Sure, she had bouncers, and she could stop it herself, but this was a ninja bar. The fights rarely lasted long enough for that. She nodded. The one in the corner, by the lamps, another to the side. And one with the candle on. Sasuke followed her recommendation, stopping at the round table with the candle in the center. We'll take it. Makoto nodded, pouring the cups. Pool tables free. Naruto took the offered drink. Nah. Some chunin got them covered for the next hour or so. We'll wait. The blonde shrugged, raising his cup. Sasuke did the same and they toasted. Makoto raised an eyebrow as the duo calmly sipped their alcohol with obvious relish. Oh hell yeah. Naruto sighed. Beer is good, but Jyo's where it's at. He looked at Makoto. Can we get a bottle each, boss? You got the cash, I got the goods. She smirked, only to stop as the Uchiha put the purse on the table. She raised an eyebrow slowly. You hit some S-class nines by mistake or what? Not today. Sasuke said, lighting a cigarette while Naruto chuckled. Makoto sniffed. Menthol? She asked with surprise. What kind of a man smokes menthol? I do. Sasuke said flatly. I tried to convince him but... Naruto shrugged. He's an odd duck. Menthol? A nearby chunin snorted. Kid, if you want to smoke so badly, do it like a man. Not like some little sissy. Sasuke didn't bother looking at the chunin as he sipped his sake. I mean, geez, spare me this shit, the chunin sneered. Makoto looked at him warningly, but the man was too inebriated to react. Broad smoke this. I'd be more of a man as a woman than you'd ever be as you are. Sasuke said in a bored tone. Why you little dash? The man rose from his seat, only slumped back with a sudden crack. Sasuke twirled his yo-yo lazily, before pocketing it. The chunin's friend, another chunin, this time a female, reached to grab Sasuke, only to freeze as she saw a right-hand tag in her cleavage. I wouldn't if I were you. The consequences might be quite shocking. Naruto said with a grin. Hana forced her hands to relax. Good doggy. And not even too much of a bitch. Naruto got up, patting her cheek. If she moves too rapidly. Naruto grinned. Well, one extra crispy chunin. He grinned at Hana's face. I like the vest, by the way. Nice of you to leave it unzipped so much. Very nice view. Makoto smirked. I'll have a girl with your bottles along in 5. Welcome to Indigo, kid. Would somebody mind taking this tag off me? Hana growled. What tag? Makoto looked at her, before performing a lazy kai. The astonished chunin blinked as the note unraveled, leaving behind a Queen of Hearts card. Genjutsu, girl. Makoto shook her head. Honestly. They give chunin vests to anyone these days. Chapter 2. Don't diss the yo-yo, bitch. Twist. Turn. Shia. The table cracked as the steel whipped large gouges in the wood. Naruto blinked, looking at the all but massacred pieces of furniture. Well shit. The blonde muttered curiously, peering at the long chain. Who would have thought? Wuza! Came a sleepy voice. Naruto turned to see a sleepy, obviously hungover Sasuke-chan in the door. Brokesmith in? She mumbled. Where? Just the table. Naruto shrugged. Oh. She nodded sleepily, scratching her bare belly. Naruto sighed. Do I even want to know why you have a loose, bare belly shirt and silk pants on? He asked tiredly. Comfy. Sasuke-chan said with a yawn, before grabbing the freshly made coffee Naruto made just a few minutes before and chugging it without even swallowing. Naruto blinked. That was hot, you know. He pointed out. It was boiling just a few minutes ago. The pain. The pain. Sasuke-chan deadpanned, before shaking herself more into wakefulness. Man, what have you done to my table? She muttered. There was a brief tremor and Naruto winced. No worse than what I just did to your Zen garden. Sasuke blinked owlishly. Dude, you just did not blew up my fabulous rock garden. She said, eyebrow twitching. I specifically put the big fucking seal there as a warning. Ah. So that is what blew up. Naruto snapped his fingers. Good to know. You ain't listening. Sasuke-chan hissed, looming over him. This garden was the only fucking place that Itachi hated in the whole compound. I kept it fucking pristine. It was my fucking anti-weasel oasis. I could reach my Itachi hate Zen there. And you just blew it fuck up, Faye. You're whining like an old hag. Get over it. Naruto sniffed. Old hag? Old hag? Sasuke growled, pulling down her top. Do those look old HAG to you? Ha, get away from me, you bastard. Naruto snapped. Correct form's a bitch when I'm like this. Sasuke-chan sniffed. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not catering to your fucking delusions. Naruto snorted. And stop flashing me, you freak. He blinked. Didn't you hate being called a bitch? I hate being called a skank. Sasuke-chan shrugged. But I can be a first-class bitch. Yep. Naruto started nodding, before he caught himself. Son of a dash. Sasuke-chan smirked, lighting a menthol cigarette. Point for me. She said smugly. Freak. So, what's on the agenda? Sasuke, in his male form again, lazed on the roof, while Naruto worked on a large scroll below. Well, I think we can swing by the coral, like we talked about. Coral? Sasuke perked up. That's near. Yeah. We can get your little fucking toy as well. Cool. The Uchiha relaxed, puffing on his cigarette. Why coral, though? Because from what I remember, it will have that little fucking twerp Hideki. I intend to clean this fucker out for every penny he has. Naruto smiled evilly. Sicking his daddy on me, would he? He may be the daimyo's son, but no one fucks me over. Man. He doesn't remember that. Fuck, technically it ain't happened. Sasuke sighed. Give it a rest. Screw that. Let him explain to his daddy why he lost everything he had and ended up in debt. Naruto growled. He gets on my nerves anyway. Don't complain, you get to play. Sasuke blinked. I do? You do? Ha. Sasuke grinned nastily, shifting to female. Oh ho 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 ho. Naruto cringed. Sasuke loved his, hers, whatever, queen bitch laugh far too much. Shut the fuck up you freak. The blonde snapped. I'm trying to work here. Sasuke glared, Sharingan spinning. Don't interrupt me when I'm in my happy place. She hissed venomously. So, we've got the summoning. The Jinchuriki closed the scroll, placing it on the pedestal. Now, with a single seal, over 20 clones appeared. You know the drill, guys. He threw a small scroll each. Seal up. Self-release in case of any changes. One gets unsealed every shift. Self-dispel about the same. You see the change on the seal, summon. The clones nodded, reaching for the brushes he left behind and starting to craft the simple containment arrays. He never cracked the Hiraition, though not for the lack of trying. But summoning himself? Oh yeah. He could do that. The scroll was huge and without Kage Bunshin helping with the drawing it would take at least several days to create. Not to mention he sincerely doubted anyone save himself, or maybe the Hokage would be able to use it. It required enough chakra to kill any normal jounin immediately simply via chakra exhaustion. Fuck. I still don't get how could Yandi get over that limitation. His clones would monitor the scroll and after a signal, yank him and Sasuke back via previously prepared sequence. It cost enough power to make even him tired, but was worth it. Pity I can't simply mark places and go to them. Those scrolls are bitch and a half. He grimaced. Yo, bastard. He looked up to Sasuke, who was playing with his yo-yo. You up to buying us a ship? The Uchiha threw him a long, suffering stare. Can't you simply build us one? He grumbled. I could, but for one, it would take time, for two, it would require 1,000 clones working at the place. I can't send them so far, without sealing them first. They fade over a distance longer the kilometer, and that was a real pain in the ass. Since he had such huge chakra reserves and the Kyuubi, he could cheat by simply sealing them in the scrolls and having them unseal each other over time, since the fading process was gradual. Still, that shit was tiresome as hell. And yet another boat I'm buying that you'll end up blowing the fuck apart. Sasuke sighed, jumping down and pocketing his yo-yo. You want to be there in 3 days or 2 weeks? Naruto said pleasantly. Yeah. I still say we need to get something that flies one of these days. Well, go and steal Dodo's airship, then. Naruto said sourly. I'll wait for you. Who said anything about stealing? Sasuke shrugged. Build one, oh great scientist. The fact that I have no freaking idea how aside, I don't have time, materials, or humongous amount of cash, tools and resources for that and, he halted, his eyes unfocused. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Next time around we're going to snow country. The blonde said finally. Stealing the airship? Sasuke asked with interest. No. You reminded me of something. One of their chakra armor units has a functional glider built into it. I want to see how it works. There was also this Deidara guy, doesn't he use some kind of clay thing to fly? Yeah. Mechanics of that escape me, but I can look into it. Naruto nodded. But that's for later. Go and buy us that fucking ship. I'll join you later on. I need to have a thing or two bought. Sasuke nodded, vanishing in the swirl of Shunshin. A second later, a clone appeared in front of Naruto, a scroll in his palm. That was quick. Complete? The clone shrugged, dispelling itself. Naruto blinked as the info hit him. Oh yeah, he chuckled, putting the scroll into one of his pouches. It would make the travel quick, if incredibly hard on the ship. I'll need to seal it together anyway. Or it'll fucking break apart. It was a pity Konoha wasn't closer to some port. He'd just do like the last time and use 1,000 clones to build himself a ship. Well, no sense in stalling, He looked at the chain he had hauled from the kitchen. The weapon, for that was what it was incredibly interesting. Tenten just wanted to create a more responsive, more resilient weapon by allowing it to channel chakra easily. Only instead of making it channel as one, she made each link channel on its own. While it should be a failure, since each piece had channeled a little less power than the last, bleeding it off until lost its potency halfway through flowing through the weapon, well, unless you overpowered it to the freakish degree Naruto could. But Tenten was a blacksmith, while Naruto was a seal master. Where she saw a failure, Naruto saw promise. A huge promise. He had spent a whole morning tweaking each link with a simple, if effective seal, burned with homemade acid straight into the metal and later blood marked. If he was right, he grabbed the long chain. Well, let's see. He channeled a bit of energy through the chain. A blonde eyebrow rose up. Nothing. He increased chakra. Then again. And again. His eyebrow twitched. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little. He blinked as the weapon fell apart in his hands. Well fuck. The blonde sighed forlornly, turning to the exit. Back to the drawing bow. Ard? He stopped, hearing a faint jingle. He moved his body. Nothing. He moved his hands. And here it is. The Jinchuriki muttered, hearing the metallic sound again. What the hell? He raised his hands slowly, only to notice a faint tug on his fingers, forearms and elbows. His eyes widened. Oh, you're shitting me. The blonde turned to see the pieces of the chain follow the movement of his fingers, arms and hands in general. Oh my. Naruto breathed. Now this might have potential. He grinned. The blonde was humming happily, his new toy slung over the torso diagonally. The thing was bloody awesome once he started to understand just what it could do. He couldn't wait to see the envy on the bastard's face. Sasuke would be crying that he didn't notice the weapon earlier, and Naruto just found the awesome alternative to the stabby thing Sasuke loved so much. Him and his fucking sword, bah. Naruto snorted. Who needs that thing? Still, the thing was wicked cool. With emphasis on wicked. Well, now I have my own toy. Heh. The Jinchuriki grinned. When Sasuke sees it, he halted, frowning. What is she dash? Uzumaki. Naruto sighed at the severe tone. Geez, what do you want, Ino? He turned to her. What I want to know is what have you done to Sasuke-kun? She snapped angrily. Me? He blinked. What the hell are you? Don't lie to me, idiot. She growled. I saw that. She scowled. What did you do to him, dead last? When Forehead Girl told me that he used that stuff. I didn't believe her, but the way he's acting, it is obvious he's not okay. She grabbed his by the lapels. What have you done to my Sasuke-kun, dead last? Naruto blinked owlishly. I have no idea. I saw him henge into a girl. A girl? She snapped. And I saw how he erred. Whatever. This is your jutsu. You think I don't know? What is that? Some stupid BET or something. I demand you release him at once. NMMPPPH. Ino froze as Naruto's lips met her own. The other blonde grabbed her roughly, his hand sliding down her spine in a way that left the girl suddenly shuddering as a wave of warmth hit her. She moaned, opening her lips, only to have their kiss grow hotter and more involved with each passing second. Ino didn't even notice when he stopped holding her and Shi instead started holding him. Drawing him in with almost savage need as she grabbed his hair, kissing him wildly. Her leg slid over his outer tight and Ino blinked as Naruto let her go and she slid down, kneeling dazedly. Wah! She muttered, flushed and trembling slightly from the sudden lack of warmth her impromptu kissing partner's body provided. Yep. Still shuts you up as good as always. Naruto nodded with satisfaction. Toodles, Ino-chan. The blonde sat on the path, blinking owlishly. Ha, so she ain't here? The older man shook his head. She left for some sort of training with her team. Kanzuya explained. Is something the matter? He eyed the chain over Naruto's arm. I just wanted to show her something. Naruto tapped the chain. You actually bought this? The old man said with interest. It is fairly useless for its price, is it? Naruto smiled faintly and the older man's eyes widened as several of the links seemed to break away from the weapon. Well, now this wasn't in the original design, he muttered with surprise. Naruto grinned. So, where can I find her? Naruto winced at the familiar smell of menthol. Aren't you supposed to be buying us a fucking ship, bastard? He said with irritation. Already did. Sasuke said lazily, twirling his yo-yo. An agent here in Konoha had a nice boat for sale. Little big, but we should be okay with Kage Bunshin. Oh. The blonde blinked. Wait, you mean we could have bought a boat here instead of haggling there each time and we didn't know it? Sasuke shrugged. Oh, this is so fucking unfair. Naruto muttered. Well, at least we know now. He looked at Naruto. I met the blonde pest sitting on the side of the road. What did you do to her? He asked with interest. If Naruto had good fangirl stunning jutsu, remember that thing Anko did to me the second time? Naruto smirked. The welcome back kiss, with groping and all? Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Well, that was as close to sex as it got without penetration and with the clothes on. He blinked. You didn't. Naruto grinned. You did. Sasuke sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. And I even pressed a nice set of near-orgasm points. She's a nice quivering mass of raw nerves now. Ha! The blonde whistled cheerfully. She's a pest. Why the hell do you even bother? Well, unlike you, I tend to be a gentleman. Naruto sniffed. Says the guy who threw a naked kunoichi in the pile of nettles after tattooing her ass, back and breasts. Without painkillers, she deserved it. Naruto shrugged. Besides, it was a nice tattoo. Sasuke nodded. And the one in front was cool. He smirked. She couldn't wear the bra for so long. See? All kinds of benefits. Naruto said pleasantly. Sasuke popped his cigarette in his mouth, lighting it with a snap of his fingers. So, the hell we're waiting for? I need to show something to Tenten. Naruto smirked. I finally figured how this thing works. He frowned. And dude, this is the freaking last time I tweak with something while drunk. I never know just what the hell I did afterwards. You say that every damn time. Sasuke rolled his eyes. So, what does this thing do? Wait and see. We're here. He pointed out. Oh gods. Not him. Sasuke shuddered, looking at Guy, who was hugging Lee and ranting about flames of youth. This guy creeps me out. Hey, you spent some 15-odd repeats learning taijutsu from him. Naruto pointed out. If anything, you should be inoculated to this stuff. Are you kidding? Sasuke glared at him. The exposure only made it worse. Wuss. Spend some time learning from him and then we'll see. The Uchiha Scion scowled only to halt and pale. On the other hand, don't. Please. Just don't. They were crazy as it was. The world didn't need a second Mato guy clone around, especially one with Naruto's mind, volatile nature and determination. Yo, Ten. Naruto waved enthusiastically. The girl stopped trying to plant a handful of kunai in Niji's chest and blinked, looking at the waving blonde. Oh. Hey Naruto. She looked at the chain and winced slightly. He's probably here to give it back, damn. Niji frowned, looking at the duo. The last Uchiha he, of course, recognized at once. The other escaped him until he heard the name. Ah. Uzumaki Naruto, the loser from the year below us. He scoffed. Why would Ten associate herself with such trash was beyond him. Sorry, we're training and Ten started, only to blink as she felt Guy's hand on her shoulder. And you must be the youthful students of my esteemed rival. He said, looking at the two oddly. I must say, I am surprised. Naruto blinked, while Sasuke scowled. What brings you here, my youthful comrades? Naruto looked at Guy. To be honest, even after so many repeats, he couldn't figure the man out. On one hand, he was nuts. His enthusiasm or his dedication weren't faked in the least. He appeared to be over-enthusiastic, corny, outlandish and over-the-top moron he looked like, but there were moments when something flashed through that garish moron's eyes. Something both deep and unsettling. All Neens had a darker side but, it wasn't it. Guy freaked him out. The man was far from stupid and almost absurdly observant in some ways. And now he was giving them far too odd look to be considered just idle curiosity. I heard my esteemed rival was harsh with his two cute pupils. He nodded sadly. Suspension. But worry not. The man took his infamous nice guy pose. 'Tis a tough love, but love nonetheless. One must be harsh at times to show true kindness. This is the compassion of the master. Do not despair, young comrades. Under those strenuous conditions, your youth will bloom like the grass breaking old concrete. So much stronger. So much more youthful, Guy-sensei. Lee said, tears in his eyes. You are an inspiration to us all. Naruto backed up a step, while Sasuke nervously reached into his pocket for another cigarette. How sad. Guy's eyes shone. How sad. Your sensei's harsh lesson drove you into the clutches of the unyouthful addiction. Tears appeared in the older man's eyes. But fear not, the youthful students of my rival. I, Mato Guy, the magnificent green beast of Konoha, shall stand with you in your hour of trial. He smiled widely. You are not abandoned. I will help you to rekindle that great burning spirit of your youth inside your youthful souls. His eyes blazed. Ha! Naruto blinked. Sasuke pished the bridge of his nose. Remember, taijutsu only. And Lee, my cute student, remember that it is only sparring. Yes, Guy-sensei. The mini-guy nodded enthusiastically, taking a standard Gukken stance in front of Naruto. Whenever you're ready, Naruto-san. Why am I doing this again? The blonde muttered with irritation. Because if you don't, he won't shut up and will keep hounding us for a week. Sasuke said flatly. Just kick his ass and we can get the fuck out of here before he gets more of his ideas. The Uchiha heir shuddered. Niji raised an eyebrow. Do not give him false hope, Uchiha. His fate is that of a loser. Niji. Ten snapped. About the only loser I see here is you, Hyuga. Sasuke said with a bored tone, twirling his yo-yo up and down lazily. Niji snorted. Big words for somebody who can't let go of foolish toys. Niji's eyes widened, before chakra exploded. Tenten blinked in astonishment. That's the Kaiten. But why would Niji dash? Sasuke yanked back the yo-yo, raising an eyebrow. Surprised, Uchiha. Niji sneered. This is the Hyuga clan's power. The ultimate defensive Kaiten, backed by the eyes superior to any dojutsu in the world. He smirked. Those eyes see every. The Kaiten erupted again as yo-yo blurred. Niji frowned, spinning. Fool. I see his every attack. What is he trying to accomplish? Sasuke twisted his wrist calmly, letting the yo-yo twist and turn, hitting Kaiten from several angles time after time in a red blur, repelled by the chakra barrier. Time and time again, the red toy was repelled. Sasuke raised an eyebrow, snapping his hand rapidly. Sasuke-san, Niji's defense is. Tenten's eyes widened as the blur of chakra thinned, vanishing. For a moment, there was a brief triumph on Niji's face, before a loud snapping sound resounded in the air. Niji's eyes bulged and the Hyuga genius squeaked and slumped as Sasuke calmly snapped his yo-yo back. Niji's eyes teared up, a faint whimper making out of his lips. Tenten and Guy stared at the defeated genius with sheer disbelief. This is a yo-yo. Sasuke deadpanned at the Hyuga, who was clutching his groin and whimpering in agony. Bitch! There was a loud crash and Guy and Tenten blinked, seeing Lee's silhouette swinging by them with a loud scream. His leg was held by the Kozurigama, only to be yanked up and then down again by Naruto, who was standing on one of the taller trees and swinging his chain. Judging by the fact that Lee looked greener than his jumpsuit, it was far from the first turn. You give. Naruto called to the spandex-clad boy. And then, ever. Lee shouted back heroically. Suit yourself. Naruto shrugged, channeling a little bit of chakra into the chain and snapping it upwards, releasing the young taijutsu user. Needless to say, with the velocity and rapid nature of the move, as well as Lee being rather sick after the mad swinging that Naruto had been subjecting him to, Lee's landing was far from graceful or painless. Even Guy winced as Lee broke a tree, falling through the branches with a dull thud. Naruto raised an eyebrow looking at his chain. You know what, I think I'm beginning to get your fascination with that yo-yo of yours. He muttered to Sasuke walking up to the group. Something wrong? Tenten just pointed at Niji. Naruto's eyebrow shot up as he looked the whimpering mass of pain that used to be a proud Hyuga prodigy some yo-yo KO before. Naruto looked at Sasuke, who shrugged, snapping yo-yo up to his palm. You just absolutely had to do it, didn't you? Naruto scowled. This your fucking time of the month or something? Tenten walked into her home in a slight daze. While seeing Niji, well, owned so casually was beyond surprising, the chain was something else. How? The weapon was useless. It was supposed to be able to detach, true, but nowhere near this level of complexity. Naruto just had shown her the basics, she was far from stupid. And yet she didn't understand what had been done to that chain. In a span of, what, a day. Interesting friends you make, Tenten. The young weapon mistress yelped, before calming down. Gramps. She growled. Cammy. Would you stop doing that please? The old man chuckled. Now what kind of fun would be that? Tenten gritted her teeth. It was pointless. He had been this way since she could remember. How has your training gone? It didn't. Tenten sighed, putting her weapons away. Or rather it ended with both Lee and Niji in the hospital. So, young Rock managed to score some hits on the infamous Hyuga pride? The old blacksmith smirked. Good for him. Actually, Lee got manhandled by the very chain I sold Naruto yesterday. Niji. Tenten didn't know if to wince or to smirk. Well, let's just say that he'll be singing soprano for some time. Kanzuya chuckled. Couldn't happen to a better person. Gramps. Don't say that. He's my teammate. Tenten snapped. Even if it is technically true. The old blacksmith chuckled, before frowning thoughtfully. We had a most interesting visit from one of our patrons today. Yes. Most interesting visit. Kanzuya nodded. Have you seen your chakra Kusarigama lately, the one I sold to Naruto? Yes. She nodded. I saw what he had done with it. Not only had he got it to channel properly but that string thing and disconnection. Tenten shook her head. I never even thought that was possible. Oh, it isn't. Kanzuya sat by the table, lifting a pipe with a thoughtful look. Not unless the weapon had been helped along by an accomplished Fuin master. Tenten's eyes widened. Master? But, I wonder, Who could have helped that boy? Kazuya frowned. Those kinds of seals. Jiraiya-sama? Actually. Naruto didn't mention any help. Tenten said slowly. Kazuya blinked, before frowning. Tenten. I find that hard to believe. This kind of work isn't something a novice can do, no matter how talented. One would need to know his craft, be taught it for years. For a freshly minted genin to be taught it since. He trailed off, his eyes widening. Gramps? Tenten asked tentatively. Grandpa, I should have known. Of course, it does make sense. Kazuya mumbled, almost biting his pipe. That old monkey. Ha, I have no freaking idea what you're talking about, Gramps. The girl muttered flatly. Kazuya looked up, a spark of almost uncanny excitement in his eye. Tenten, what can you tell me about this Uzumaki Naruto? So which port are we talking about? The northern or the? Neither of them, actually. Sasuke pointed at the map. Little to the south of Konoha there is a small, midland fisher bay with a river. I told them to get the boat there. From there we can navigate easily to the open sea. Not bad. Saves us a few hours of travel, at the least. Naruto scratched his chin thoughtfully. From there on we can go to the shores of Sunflower Island. Going around Kiri would be faster. Sasuke grumbled. Yeah, and either get attacked by pirates, crash on one of the reefs or get jumped by Kiri Nines. Especially with you on board. Naruto rolled his eyes. Excellent idea. Just freaking genius right here. Faye. I can take them. The Uchiha sneered, taking a drag from his cigarette. Yeah. Whatever. This is my vacation time. Fighting can wait. He rolled the map. So let's grab the stuff and get the hell out of here. Road trip time. Well, there is one small problem with that. Sasuke frowned thoughtfully. We kind of can't. Naruto halted, turning to Sasuke. What did you just say? He asked in a dangerous tone. Hey, you're the one who wanted it to be squeaky legal clean. Sasuke shrugged. As suspended Nin, we need the papers signed by our commanding officer to leave the village. Naruto slumped. Oh hell, why are you so damn concerned about the legalese anyway? Sasuke frowned. Let's just grab our stuff and go. They're gonna give us, what, a C-class rating? At best. That's like saying, come back whenever you want to. I want it to be squeaky clean and legal because there is a nice little festival in Wind's capital 3 weeks from now. One that happens every 10 years, lasts for a week. Free booze. Free food. And ladies get free reign. Now Suna is allied with Konoha, the very moment we get there is missing Nin. Naruto snapped his fingers. They get us like that. Infiltrate one city I can. Drink, whore and have a good time for a week straight as a wanted man under the nose of the ANBU that will be swarming that city I can't. Ah. Sasuke nodded. I was almost afraid you became all law-abiding all of a sudden. Naruto threw Sasuke a withering look. Don't insult me, bastard. Son of a bitch. Sasuke blinked. Gone. Gone, that apathetic fuckin'. Naruto snarled, kicking at the wall. Sasuke raised an eyebrow, noticing the indentation. Chill, moron. He said calmly, despite his own irritation. What do you mean, gone? His neighbor said that he asked her to water his plant and said he'll be back in a week. Naruto said darkly. Wasn't he supposed to have no life? Well, that would explain why he didn't bug us more. Sasuke said thoughtfully. I'm not waiting for that fucking copycat. Naruto seethed. I want a road trip. Geez, we can get wasted and whore around in Konoha, you know. Pointed out the Uchiha Scion. And there are plenty of lonely hotties around. But Coral has the ramen festival. Konoha doesn't. Naruto snapped angrily. Sasuke snorted. This explains so much. Shut up. This is serious. Naruto turned on his heel. Where are you going? Sasuke blinked. To the Hokage. You want to petition Hokage for a road trip? Yes. That's kind of overkill. Naruto glared at his friend. When it comes to quality ramen there is no such thing as overkill. And you call me disturbing. Sasuke muttered. As if the Hokage is going to give you a permission to leave the village to gorge on 20 different kinds of ramen. Not 20 but 76. Naruto sniffed haughtily. Follow my lead, and it's going to be okay. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Oh ye of little faith. Naruto sighed and patted Sasuke's back. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Sandaime Hokage blinked owlishly. You want me to revoke the orders of your Jounin sensei to do, what? Promote interpersonal relations and tactical cooperation of the elements of Team 7 by the recreational bonding experience. Sasuke said seriously. Naruto nodded solemnly. We decided that our lack of cooperation and personal animosities can prove a danger to the cohesive nature of the team. He said gravely. After our last brainstorming session helped along by the experienced counsel of older shinobi in the informal setting, we decided that the lack of teamwork would prove fatal to any future endeavors of Team 7. Would that informal setting be perchance the Indigo bar, assisted by stimulants in the liquid form? The Sandaime raised an eyebrow, his tone mildly sarcastic. Hokage's wisdom is astonishing. Naruto nodded seriously, followed by Sasuke. Yes. It is indeed the true treasure of experience for us, young genin. The Uchiha said solemnly. As Hokage-sama would surely understand that in the spirit of the Konoha cooperative values, we want to request a permission to leave the village for such bonding exercise. To promote teamwork values, of course. Sarutobi didn't know if to laugh, scowl or simply stare at the audacity of the two young pups in front of him. Not only did they trick the secretary into coming here, but that they could say something like this with the straight face. Still, and how would this bonding tactical exercise go? Sasuke coughed. We have managed to secure a boat in an excellent condition, ready to set sail the moment we enter. We would proceed to Coral Country, to use the tropical climate and relaxed atmosphere to settle our differences and work out a teamwork pattern that is satisfying to us both. I see. The Sandaime frowned thoughtfully, lighting his pipe. While he was rather loath to let either one of them out of the village, a paper caught his eye. This just might be useful. And why there is no mention or your third teammate, or your commanding officer? He raised an eyebrow with amusement. If it is to be a team-building experience, Kakashi-sensei is not available at this point. Sasuke pointed out. And both of us have satisfactory relations with our remaining teammate. Oh, is that so? Unavailable, you say? Yes. Hokage muttered. I remember him informing me of 2-week leave for some private matters. He tapped his desk. But then, you two were suspended for a reason. Unprofessional conduct unbefitting of Konoha shinobi, I believe. Sandaime leaned forward. In light of that kind of circumstances, I am rather leery of letting you go. The both boys kept their faces impassive, but Sarutobi could notice the slight tensing of their shoulders. He chuckled inwardly. Not today, boys. This old dog has plenty of tricks left in him. However, I think we might work something out. He smiled faintly. I have an assignment from the daimyo of Coral Country, a simple search and retrieval mission. However, it would require the shinobi assigned to it to travel from one island to another on a possible goose chase. I was thinking of rejecting it, despite the status of the request. Now you mentioned that young Uchiha had bought a sailing boat, Sasuke and Naruto nodded warily. I have a deal for you, gentlemen. Sarutobi said pleasantly. You act as the chartered boat for the duration of the mission and I let you out of the village to have your teamwork exercise. He smiled. I might even drop the demerit from your pay and add it as the official mission to your files. Hey, she's nice. Naruto breathed, looking at the sleek, honey-brown boat. How much did she cost you? More than I want to remember. Sasuke shook his head. You better win big, dobe, no sweat. If anything, with this beauty we can go to Coral, then to Moon and back if we're feeling particularly greedy. He smirked, tapping the boat's side. Sexy little thing, aren't you? Oh yeah. I'm gonna ride you fast and hard, not too hard. Sasuke scowled. I want her to last. You are not tinkering with her, but dash. Naruto protested. No. She's cool. She's sleek. She's nice. And she stays that way. Get me? The raven-haired teenager growled. Coward. Naruto muttered. But you'd understand the need, baby, right? The need for speed? He nuzzled the wood. Yes you would, yes you would. And you call me a freak? Sasuke smirked, shielding his eyes from the sun as he looked at the sky. He grabbed his bags, walking into the cabin. Hey, she's even got a kitchen. Naruto blinked, walking on deck and looking it over curiously. You're kidding. Nope. Fully stacked too. She's like a home. And a luxurious one, at that. Naruto muttered, inspecting the wood and the quality of the varnish. Everything was simple, but excellently made. No sign of opulence anywhere, just solid craftsmanship. Sweet. He muttered, throwing his stuff in the cabin. She even has small separate rooms. Nice piece of a boat. Covered control room, too. He walked out, shedding his jacket. It was hot as hell as it was. Well, that mission might not be so. His eyes widened. Oh shit. Sasuke walked up from the cabin, a white t-shirt instead of his usual blue bell collar shirt on. What is, he blinked. Hey, isn't that? Yep. Naruto nodded. And didn't you? Yep. Permission to come Aboa, road. Inuzuka Hana trailed off looking at the blonde mop of hair. Then down at the face. Well, would you look at that? Hana purred with a decidedly predatory grin. Hana blinked as she saw the gaggle of blue-clad, "You are not wearing that shit," clones moved around the ship, unfastening the mooring lines, setting sail and working about every little detail in complete silence and without missing a step. It amazes me every time I see it. She turned to the side with a surprise, only to see a young, raven-haired woman in what was probably one of the skimpiest bikinis ever. Aside from a loose jacket and pair of round sunglasses, she had nothing else on, and Hana could see that yes, the girl had gorgeous figure models would kill for. Only, she sniffed, her eyes widening. The smell was similar, if female, and Uchiha. She muttered with disbelief. What the, getting a tan? The Neo girl shrugged, grabbing a white mattress and unrolling it on an upper deck. The sun's great. Shame to waste it. Sasuke-chan peered over her sunglasses. Don't worry, the dobe has everything in hand. Not that, but... Hana muttered, eyeing the large, though not huge and quite perky breasts. Oh. Those? Cool, ain't they? Sasuke smirked. Wanna see? She leaned forward. Ha! Hana blinked, before taking a step back. No. I mean... I don't need to. Suit yourself. Wanna join me? She pointed at the deck. It's a few days till we reach Coral. Getting some sun wouldn't hurt. Ah. No thanks. I don't have a bathing suit. Hana shook her head slowly. That? Sasuke shrugged. That's just for port. Naruto would have a fit otherwise. Once we are on the open sea I can do it properly. Hana blinked owlishly. You mean, girl, you expect me to waste this gorgeous body with some tan lines? Sasuke-chan sniffed. Please. Oh. Right. Hana nodded slowly. I think I'll join Uzumaki by the controls. Whatever floats your boat. Sasuke-chan sat on the mattress. Ah. Before you go, could you rub the oil on my back? She pouted. There is no Naruto clone around when he's needed. So like a man. Hana entered the small room with a steering wheel, only to blink at Naruto, who was sitting comfortably on the chair by the steering wheel, putting some tobacco into a brown pipe, which wouldn't be all that surprising, if not for the fact he had somehow managed to get his hands on an actual captain's jacket, with shiny buttons and all. It was unbuttoned, resting on his shoulders like a coat. Hana was surprised to find that it actually looked good on him, giving him kind of sophisticated roguish appeal. In front of Naruto there was a clone, also in blue. The sails are in perfect conditions, the ship is fully capable of leaving the dock on your command, Captain. Very well, Mr. Uzumaki, Naruto nodded gravely, putting the pipe in between his teeth and making two lazy seals. A small arc of electricity started jumping back and forth in between his fingers and he used it to light the tobacco. My sincere congratulations to the mechanic Uzumaki and first mate Uzumaki. Splendid job as well, Mr. Uzumaki. The clone preened, standing at attention. Thank you, sir. It hesitated. Sir. Spit it out, Mr. Uzumaki. I don't have all day. Naruto snapped gruffly, puffing his pipe. It is. Sasuke-chan, sir. He swallowed. The crew tried standard operating procedure of avoid the bikini, but we seem to have failed. Good gods. Naruto mumbled, paling. Who could have allowed such thing to happen? Number 1. The investigation is underway, but so far we don't know. The clone swallowed. Shall we stop her? Not her. Number 1. We are not catering to the bastard's delusions. 2 clones behind that. Number 1 look at each other. But she's kind of hot, you know. Shyly pointed out one. Yep. The other nodded. Crazy as all get out, but you can't argue with knockers like these. Mr. Uzumaki, Mr. Uzumaki. Thundered Naruto. I shall not have this mutiny within my subconscious. I don't care if she is prime grade S hotness of her awesome majesty Mitarashi Enko herself. All clones lowered their heads in reverence. For she is the true babe. They mumbled in unison. Yes, yes she is. Naruto nodded sagely. But I do not care in this deviant's case. We do not cater to the bastard's delusions. He halted frowning. Though off the record, Mr. Uzumaki, she is a seriously hot piece of eye candy. He muttered thoughtfully. Captain. Number 1 smirked. Please inform the first mate Uzumaki that we are setting sail immediately. There is no sense in waiting. Aye, sir. The course? The clone raised an eyebrow. We are setting sail for Coral Island, Mr. Uzumaki. The clone nodded. Aye, sir. Coral Island. The clone coughed, making several seals. Attention, all hands. Attention all hands. Hana winced at the sudden thunderous quality of the voice. Some kind of sound jutsu. The ship is setting sail immediately. The crew is expected to perform its duties and not leave their assigned stations. The guests are reminded not to trouble the crew for the duration of the procedure. And the crew is not supposed to eat ramen instead of working. The number 1 glared at the 4 of the boat. Yes, I am talking to you, sailor. One of the clones put away a steaming bowl of cup ramen sheepishly. There was a brief stint of furious activity on the deck, until it became more sedate. The number 1 turned to Naruto. Captain, the Enterprise is ready to set sail on your command. The clone said formally. Naruto smiled faintly, puffing on his pipe. Make it so, number 1. Hana just stared as the clones unrolled the sails. Mr. Uzumaki, instruct the crew to prepare the sails for Daitapa the very moment we are out of the bay. When we hit the open sea, please release the Furu scrolls at medium capacity. Aye, Captain. Hana's eyes widened. Who in their right mind used an A-rank jutsu to propel a ship? Scratch that, who the hell named a jutsu rough seas and what did it do? I have a bad feeling about this. That's it for part 1. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.